They thought she was the intern, a quiet girl with soft eyes, who limped slightly when she walked and said, "Thank you too much." A girl who wore cardigans even in July and carried a notepad like it was a shield. They thought she was someone you could dismiss, someone you could talk over, someone who should be grateful just to be in the room. They didn't know that room belonged to her. My sister Emily wasn't born with a disability. That came later, after a childhood illness left her with partial muscle paralysis on her left side. She spent years relearning how to move, how to write, how to stop apologizing for the way her body worked. And in all that time, she never asked for pity. What she asked for was opportunity. And when none came easily, she made her own. Emily started her first business at 19, designing custom stationery from her laptop while going to physical therapy twice a week. By 24, she had 5 employees. By 28, she co-founded one of the most successful creative marketing firms in the city. And at 32, she quietly became majority shareholder. She never put her name on the door. She didn't like the attention. She said her work should speak louder than her signature. So when she stepped back from day-to-day operations to focus on recovery and let a new management team run things, most of the office didn't even know who she was. That's how someone like Karen ended up in charge. Karen was one of those people who rose fast and loud, always talking, always smiling at the right people, always reminding everyone she had an MBA and a background in client psychology. What she lacked in warmth, she made up for in polished cruelty. She saw kindness as weakness. She saw slowness as laziness. And she saw disability as inconvenience. I didn't know how bad it had gotten until Emily called me one night, her voice shaking. "I think I'm going to be fired," she said. "Fired? You literally own the company." "I know, but they don't know that. I've been working from a satellite desk under an alias, just testing a new team rotation. Karen's been running the department I joined. She thinks I'm just a temp. And she's going to fire you?" She already scheduled the meeting. "Tomorrow morning." I was stunned. "Did you do anything wrong?" She hesitated. I asked for a modified chair after she assigned me to a standing desk. She said I was being difficult. Then she caught me taking my prescribed breaks to stretch my leg and said I was using my condition as a crutch. My fists clenched. "Are you kidding me?" She rolled her eyes when I limped, Emily whispered, like my body was offensive. That night, we stayed on the phone until after midnight. I asked her if she wanted to shut it down right then and there. Pull rank. Fire Karen on the spot. But Emily said, "No. I want her to finish what she started." So she let Karen call the meeting. The next morning, Emily walked into the glass conference room wearing a navy blue blazer, her hair pinned back, and a folder tucked under one arm. She didn't look like an intern. She looked like exactly what she was, the woman who built the company from the ground up. Karen was already seated, flipping through papers, not even looking up. "Emily," she said with syrupy disdain. "Let's make this quick." Emily nodded. "Please." "So, I've reviewed your performance," Karen continued, "and while you're competent, I'm afraid your particular challenges make it hard for you to function at the pace we require." "Challenges?" Emily asked. "Well," Karen said, with a laugh like glass cracking, your limited mobility, your frequent breaks, your resistance to standard workflow procedures. You mean not standing for 8 hours straight? It's not personal, Karen said. We just need agile team members. Adaptive. Efficient. Like robotic? Karen tilted her head. Like professional. Emily looked her dead in the eye. Karen, I understand. I really do. And I appreciate your honesty. Karen looked relieved. Until Emily opened the folder. Inside were documents bearing her full name, Emily R. Bennett, majority shareholder, co-founder, board member. Karen's face went pale. I came here to observe, Emily said, her voice calm. To see how the new team culture was developing. To see if we were still living up to the mission I helped write in our first handbook. Karen tried to interrupt. Emily held up a hand. I was willing to let you run the team. I wanted to see how you'd lead without interference. And now I have. Karen's voice cracked. Emily, Miss Bennett, I didn't realize that I'm the one who signs your contract? Emily finished. That I'm the reason this company exists at all? Karen reached for her coffee, hands trembling. Emily stood. I'll be meeting with HR today. Effective immediately. You're suspended from all management duties pending formal review. I expect full cooperation. Karen opened her mouth again, but no sound came out. Emily leaned closer, voice quiet. I've built my entire life around rising above the assumptions people made about me. But you used your position to reinforce them. You didn't just disrespect me. You disrespected every qualified person who dares to walk into a room with a limp, or a brace, or a diagnosis. Karen said nothing. Emily left the room. By the end of the week, Karen's badge was deactivated. Her corner office was emptied. And a memo was circulated reminding all team leads of the company's original values, adaptability, empathy, and excellence. But Emily didn't stop there. She launched an internal program for employees with disabilities, offering ergonomic resources, flexible hours, and mentorship opportunities. The program was named Project Resilience. And the first person to sign up? A young copywriter with scoliosis who had been too afraid to ask for an adjustable chair. Emily never asked for revenge. She asked for reform. And she got it. Sometimes, karma doesn't arrive as thunder or fire. Sometimes it walks in with a quiet limp, holds a folder, and lets your own words do the damage. They thought she was the intern, but she was the future. And she was done being underestimated.